Hey guys, so I am going to do a bookshelf tour, and to make it go easier and quicker, I am just going to say the title of the book because that should be enough for you to figure out who it's by, because you can just Google it. And if you can't, I will put a link down in the description to a website where it's basically a virtual bookshelf and it has all of the books on there that I own. So if there are any questions, you can just go on there and it'll show you all of the books that I own. So let's just get started. This is my bookshelf. It's about 6 feet tall. I'm not sure how wide, but I got it at Big Lots for like $30, and in the background you can see pages of the book Hunted by PC and Kristen Cast, and that I did myself with a torn up copy of Hunted and some spray glue. This is the first shelf of my bookshelf. I have P.S. I Love You, The Sixth Sense, Fahrenheit 451, Evolution, Me and Other Freaks of Nature, The Siren, the House of Night series, all of the ones that are out. I do have the newest one, Destined, that's what it's called. I have Destined, but my friend borrowed it, but I do have it. And then, in between here you can see Perks of Being a Wallflower. And then here is the Infernal Devices, and then the Mortal Instruments, which I have the newest one, City of Lost Souls, but I haven't read it yet, so it's not up here with the other ones. This is the second shelf. And just because I feel like someone's going to ask, I have little sticky notes here for my friend, so if she wants to come over and borrow books, they're just kind of like suggestions, so there's sticky notes all over my bookshelf. This one's telling her to read I Am Number 4. Abundance of Catherines, Water for Elephants, Adverbs, Blood, Volume 1, I Am Number 4. I also have The Power of Six, but my sister is borrowing it right now. In the Land of the Lawn Weenies, and then I have the Hunger Games trilogy. This cup, which is a little Twilight cup. I think it was bought at like a party store or something. It has bookmarks in it. And then I have my Hush Hush saga. The last book's supposed to come out soon. I'm super excited. This is my favorite series. So Hush Hush, Crescendo, and Silence. This is the third shelf. I have the Immortals series, all 6 books. Evermore, Blue Moon, Shadowlands, Dark Flame, Night Star, and Everlasting. And then I have all of my Twilight books. I have the hard copies of Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. And then I have the parody book, Night Late, and the director's notebook for Twilight. And then I have the movie covers of Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. So I have 2 copies of all the books. And then I have the graphic novel, Volume 1 and 2. And I have them together because the covers of them come together to make a picture, which I think is really cool that they did that. And then if you move these, there's more books back here. I also have The Host by Stephenie Meyer, which is a very good book. I feel like it doesn't get much press because Twilight is so big, so no one really cares about her other book, but The Host is very good. And then I have my Eragon, Aldous Embrissinger, which is the Inheritance Cycle. I also have Inheritance, but I'm reading it right now, but you can see the little spot of where I'm going to put it. So those, and then I have this, which is super awesome if you're a big fan of the Inheritance. It's called Eragon's Guide to Alagasia, and it's very, very cool. Lots of cool things in this book. So if you really like the series, I would say to try and get one of these because it's so, so awesome, which I think is evident just from the cover of it. And yes, that's actually textured. It's not just the way it looks. It's actually little bumps on it. It's very cool. So I have that, and then up top I have How to Disappear Completely and Never Be Found, and If I Die in a Combat Zone, which is obviously one of those books that I had to read for school. I didn't really like it at all. This is my fourth shelf. Starting over here, I have Dead is the New Black, which I've only read the first one, but I have the other 4. And then Day of Revenge, which I also had to read for school. It's not too bad for a classical sort of book. It's actually not a classical book, but it's like a historical book. And then I have Holes, which I like that book, and I also like the movie. And then here I have The Lovely Bones, and this is Romeo and Juliet. The Jungle, which is torn up because it's a used book. I had to read it for school. And then I have my L.J. Smith books, well, the ones that I currently have read and in possession of. I have my Vampire Diaries books, which I haven't read the last one yet from The Return. I haven't read yet, but I've read these ones, and then I've read The Secret Circle, and I also read The Forbidden Game, but my friend's borrowing it. Then I have a little hourglass, and behind it is my New Moon bookmark set, which I've shown in videos before. And then over here I have my Lemony Snicket books, Unauthorized Autobiography, Horseradish, and the Beatrice Letters. I am waiting to get the Unfortunate Events box set, which is why there's a huge space right here. That's where I'm going to put the box set once I get it, which hopefully will be sometime soon. My sister ordered it for me a while ago, but the website was on back order. But once I get it, that's where that's going to sit, and I've already read all 13 of the books, and I love that series. It's very, very good. This is the bottom shelf. Here I have my Maria V. Snyder books. This is the study series, Poison Study, Magic Study, and Fire Study. And then the companion series, the Glass series, Storm Glass, Sea Glass, and Spy Glass. This is amazing series. Get them, read them, you will not forget it. Very, very good. I also met her once, and she's very, very nice. Her books are amazing. I just got her other series, Inside, which I am looking forward to reading. And this is actually from when I met her, and it's signed by her. And it's a little study series note card that has the 3 books on. And it just has like little synopsis for each of the books on the back. And then here is my Scott Westerfeld books. For people that don't know, this is the first author that I really got attached to, I guess you could say. The first was actually Lemony Snicket, and then it was Scott Westerfeld, which got me into science fiction. First I have Peeps, which is very, very good. And then there's a follow-up book, The Last Days, which I have over here. And then between those I have the Uglies series, Uglies, Pretties, Specials, and Extras. And then here I have the Midnighters, The Secret Hour, Touching Darkness, and Blue Noon. And then up top I have So Yesterday, and I have Polymorph, which this is actually the very first book that he ever wrote, and took me forever to get a hold of this. They don't really make the book anymore. And then over here it's just kind of random. I haven't actually read this, so I don't know why I have it over here. And these are just little, this came in like a cereal box. It's Spiderwick Chronicles. I think it's just part of one of the stories. And then this came with my Let Me In DVD, and it's just a little like comic book thing. So that's just kind of sitting there because I don't know what to do with them. So all the books that I have on my bookshelf are the books that I have read, but I have a lot of books that I own but haven't read yet, and those I keep separate somewhere else in my room, which I'm going to show you. I'm not going to go through them all because that would take ages and I would have to move them around, but I will show them to you. These are the books that I need to read, which probably outnumbers the books that I have read, but I'll just skim through so you can get a look at them. There's a whole other row of books behind these, which is why I said I don't want to go through them all, because I would have to move them out of the way so you could see the books behind them. But I'll show them to you and you can just read the titles as I look through. And like I said, there's another row of books behind there and a row of books behind those ones. And then I also have these books sitting over on my desk, which once again I'll just go through them and you can read the titles. These are ones that I am waiting for the series to finish up before I start reading them. Alright guys, that is all my books. I am sure that I will do more updates on my bookshelf as I buy more books and read more books. Bye guys!